So many of us have heard of the Gayatri mantra, right? It's this beautiful, ancient prayer for wisdom. But what if I told you that its common understanding is only scratching the surface? What if, hidden inside it, there was a secret code for unlocking your full potential? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore. Just think about that for a second. What if this one prayer wasn't just a general wish for enlightenment, but was actually a precise spiritual toolkit, a key, designed to unlock 24 specific, unique powers to literally build a better you from the inside out? All right, let's get right into it. The first major secret is this. Even though we hear the mantra as one single prayer, its true power is actually hidden in its individual pieces. Now, this is what most of us already know. When you chant it, it's a powerful prayer asking for clear, righteous intelligence. And that's amazing on its own, but that's just the top layer. The real magic is what lies underneath. The real secret, it all comes down to this number, 24. Why? Because the Gayatri mantra is made up of exactly 24 letters. And this, right here, is where everything changes. You see, the source material reveals that each of these 24 letters isn't just a sound. It's a tiny, self-contained powerhouse. Each one holds its own unique teaching, its own spiritual energy, its own specific power, or siddhi. So what you're really looking at isn't just one prayer. It's a complete 24-part system for personal growth. So how does this actually work for us in a practical way? Well, that brings us to a fantastic analogy. Thinking about it like the chemistry of our own personality. Okay, so what are these 24 powers? They are the 24 major virtues that we all need for a balanced, successful, and truly fulfilled life. Things like courage, compassion, wisdom, self-control. You get the idea. Each letter of the mantra is basically a key to cultivating one of these essential qualities within you. This slide lays out such a powerful idea. Look at the left side. In our physical body, if we're deficient in a certain vitamin or mineral, we get sick. We all understand that. Now look at the right. The source says our personality works the exact same way. A virtue deficiency, say a lack of patience or courage, creates flaws in our character and puts real roadblocks in our lives. And just like with medicine, there's a cure. If you have a chemical imbalance, you take a specific medicine to fix it. Well, according to the source, you can use specific spiritual practices, like focusing on just one of those 24 letters, to fix a virtue deficiency. You're essentially giving your soul the exact nutrient it needs to get stronger. Okay, so right about now you might be thinking, hold on a second, how can one mantra, one source of energy, create 24 totally different effects? How can it give one person courage and another person peace? It sounds like a paradox, but the source explains it beautifully. I mean, it's a totally fair question, right? If the energy source is singular, shouldn't the outcome also be singular? Well, it turns out the answer isn't in the power itself, but in the person who is using it. I absolutely love this analogy from the text. Think about it. Milk is milk, but a wrestler drinks it and their body uses it to build muscle. A student drinks it and their brain uses it to boost memory. A yogi drinks it and it helps quiet their mind for meditation. The milk is exactly the same, but the result is perfectly tailored to the need of the person. And the text gives us even more great examples. A single sun shines down, but it creates millions of different, unique reflections on the ocean waves. Or think about money. A lump sum of cash can be used by a businessman to build an empire, by a philanthropist to help others, or by a spendthrift for quick thrill. The source is the same. The outcome depends entirely on who's using it and why. This brings us to our final section. And honestly, this might be the most profound part of the whole thing. It's about how our personal effort connects with the idea of getting help from a higher power. So, we have these two concepts that seem like they're from different worlds. On one hand, you have inner growth. That's the hard work, the grind, the effort we put in to develop these virtues in ourselves. And on the other hand, you have divine grace, that feeling of getting a helping hand from the universe. One feels like our doing, and the other feels like a gift. But here's the final, incredible twist. The ultimate revelation from this text is that inner growth and divine grace are not two separate forces. They're not even different. The source says it perfectly. They're just two different ways of looking at the exact same thing. In other words, the inner excellence you work so hard to build inside yourself
is the divine grace that you experience in your outer world. They're two sides of the very same coin.
And so that leaves us with one last, very personal question. Because this isn't just some interesting philosophy, it's a practical roadmap for your life. So take a moment and really think about it. Looking at your own life, your challenges, your goals, which one of these 24 fundamental powers, which virtue, is the one your personality needs to cultivate the most right now?